This is just getting out of control. We really just want
All right,
some
fine.
good food, for our money. We're not really here to
Then
hurt anyone.
Well, I'll cast a spell called Glitter Dust. What it does is it blows out all flame, and it'll
Okay.
cover him in white
You
dust.
sure you want to use a spell?
Well,
sure you want to use a spell right now? There's a big troll we're about to fight.
well, it'll put him out. It'll put him out. We want him out, not.
Wait, why would we fight the troll? That's this guy's livelihood. I mean, we just want some good food. Oh, I just want some good food.
So you do that.
He's probably gonna want to free him if he finds out.
Oh man.
Yeah, the guy's gonna be kind of a little upset once.
So all of a sudden, this plethora of dazzling little specks of glitter just poof right in front of the barkeeper, and he's on fire. The alcohol's on him. He's burning. All of a sudden, he feels like this dust on him. He's like looking, and like it's getting into his eyes, and he can't see anything. And let me roll a saving throw for him, and he doesn't make it. So he's under like the full effects of the glitter dust right now.
Yeah, he's blind.
Dude, that guy was hating life before this. And now,
I totally cured him though.
man.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Cure light.
Okay, so you're healing him, and whatever burn damage that he did attain from the alcohol beverage Molotov cocktail is out, and you see like the his chef's hat like is all singed, and his hair underneath it was like burnt. It has this rank burn smell, but you see like the flesh is starting to clear over, and it's starting to scab over before your very eyes right now as you heal him.
It's alright,
Nice,
he's gonna get a
nice.
transplant.
Oh, sweet. So that's your glitter dust right there.
Nice, nice.
Anyone got a broom?
It works. It works.
Okay, so you see this, and like this glitter is all over the floor. It's all over him, and the fire's out right now. What do you guys want to do? He's sort of sitting there, and he can't see anything. He's like on the ground, and he feels like
I
these.
need to sneak out.
He feels these. He feels these like
Over here,
little
sneak, dude.
hands
Just walk
trying to
out.
get him back upright.
I'm walking.
Oh, do
Okay,
I
yeah.
have to, I have to roll a save, huh? Because I mean the glitter does.
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll a save because you're in that area. Bryn, in his haste, wasn't able to position the glitter dust just perfectly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it a will? Is it a reflex save or is it a will
I
save?
don't know.
Let me look that.
Well, you had a high roll anyways, so no matter what, that was a good roll.
All right.
You rolled a 20.
It's a
Oh,
will
nice.
save.
So Flynn just like averts his eyes right when he hears this poof of smoke and glitter come out, and he brushes off him and is like shagging his hair. It's just like falling all over the place, and he's trying to help the innkeeper up right now as he healed him.
Yeah,
Oh,
we took
that's
down a little too far.
Solo does this amazing leap over. Oh, can you roll? Well, nah. You do this amazing leap over the bar, and you sort of go back to your friends like, "I've been here the whole time," like trying to look nonchalant.
Do-do-do, do-do-do.
Doo-doo-doo.
Guys, there's a troll underneath. You're eating
So-
his flesh.
And I'm fogging
So
up
you-
my
So,
glasses.
so you tell us?
You belay to the team what you saw down there.
Alright,
Oh
so
man.
Mayhem's upset. Malachi is actually upset because
Well, I have no clue what's going on. I'm just laughing.
All of a sudden, you hear a thump, and you hear a scream coming from the kitchen area.
Oh, great.
Do-do-do, do-do-do.
I'm
and
walking
you-
out. I
You
don't
hear
care.
a voice saying,
Yeah, it's,
I mean, okay. Well,
Mhm.
if I find that the trolls gets out, I'm just gonna leave.
yeah, we've overstayed our welcome.
Do-do-do. Done enough damage here.
Yeah. I'm
Next
gonna go
down.
over and be like, hey, you think
Every
it's
time
time
that
to
we
go?
talk to you,
"Okay, so you guys are all
you know
leaving
what's gonna
the
happen, right?
the
You know
bar."
what's gonna happen. This is the second town that we've like lit up. There's gonna be a bounty on us.
So you guys are leaving.
Well, what's a big thump though?
Solo belays that thumping is his head hitting the ceiling as he's trying to get out of his binding, the troll.
Which
Okay.
you will get out soon.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually gonna wait till he gets. Well, after I find out, basically, Malachi is either gonna free him, or if he gets out on his own, he's just gonna walk out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe that the troll is gonna get out.
Solo belays that to you, and Duncan's just like, "Oh my god." He sees this cloud of dust, glitter dust at the end. The bartender is like, he's just like, whatever. And he's like looking at the map and he's trying to figure out where to go next. And he's just like eating his soup and like eating the bread and looking at the map, trying to ignore you guys right now. So you hear a scream come from the kitchen, and you hear a, "He's got my arm! He's got my arm!" And you hear like that screaming, and you definitely hear those words coming out from the kitchen area.
Oh, that's
So Malachi, after Malachi found out, he actually grew really silent and kind of somber. And for anyone who actually knows his background, being a pit fighter, you can tell that he's really upset that he found that there's a troll chained up alive down there, and his flesh was essentially being tortured this entire time. So he's actually just sitting there waiting. So he's not fazed by the screaming person, and he's actually waiting to see what happens next.
Okay. How about everyone else?
That wasn't very good of him.
Can I see through this window?
He has a real bad background.
Yeah.
You could-
Yeah.
You can barely
Okay.
see through the window. You just see like these silhouettes of where light is being blocked by people. And you know, Duncan and Naim are there right next to that window. So you just see this silhouette of like a shorter, dwarfish, stocky character and you know, just another humanoid.
well, those two can figure out the map. How about that?
Yeah,
Alright, what do you do?
I'm tugging on Bryn's robe, being like, "Hey, don't you think it's time to go after that?" Little...
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Snafu.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you guys are doing that,
Yeah, totally agree.
you just see the door swing open,
Oh,
and you
here
see
we
this
Oh.
huge hulk of an arm come out, and it's just like trying to like push itself out the doorway. And you see this green arm and this green head just stick out, and he's yelling in what you guys could perceive as does anyone speak giant?
Let me look.
He's screaming out, "Garlock!" And he's just saying that as he's like trying to wedge himself out of this door. And the barkeeper, he's like, he can't see anything. He hears this big booming voice. And he's like, "Oh no!" It's like he's getting pretty scared right there. And then you see these adventurers. They're like sort of like inebriated, and they're like, "That ain't good." And they start running towards the door. As they're running towards this door, you hear the one in red's like, "Why'd you have to catch one so big?" And they're sort of like running out the door right now.
So Malachi just calmly stands up, sees that the troll's free, and he walks out.
The trolls are evil.
Well,
Uh-huh.
evil, yes, but at the same time, he's being tortured this entire time. So
Well, he
Yeah,
was
like-
trapped and tortured. Yeah.
yeah, so he kind of has a personal thing against that. You
Yeah.
one thing if you
Yeah.
killed him, but he just walks out like kind of pissed off. Kind of, they deserve it. They deserve what they take.
Duncan
Awesome.
sees that, you know, the main, I guess, fighter of the group is leaving. He's like, "I don't want to be here either," and he starts hightailing out of there.
We gotta save the guy, I guess.
Do we have to really? save the guy?
No, but
He
he's
served you
blinded
troll
because
me.
of us.
Just because I set him on fire,
I know.
With amazing
I'm not-
one.
I'm not obligated to help the lowly people.
I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat and run over this window and try to open it and try to get the guy out of the window.
It's
Or not.
like think of like a stained glass window. It's like set. There's no opening for it, but you could try to like bash
break
it open.
and all.
Yeah, because it's being held by like wooden sort of framing. So
Yeah.
there's like maybe 8 individual squares that are sort of glass, and then there's a wooden frame that's partitioning them.
Mhm.
So go. What do you want to do with it?
I don't know. Just grab like a stool and try to bust it open.
Okay, so you're gonna do that. That's gonna be your next action because casting and running was your full turn basically.
Right. Right.
Let's go ahead and bring us to initiative, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so it's Bryn. You're in the middle of this tavern,
And
you see
everyone
this hulking- Yeah, everyone hightailed out there, or in the
No,
process
I
of
walked down.
hightailing.
I didn't hightail.
And you see this hulking troll trying to fit through a small doorway.
I am going to bide my time.
Okay, so you're gonna wait, or you're gonna just do nothing?
I'm gonna wait.
Okay, so at the very end, after Duncan, you could try to do something if you want, or anytime. Yeah, who cares? Anytime
Yeah.
in
You
between.
realize you're the closest thing to the troll right now?
Yeah, I'll slowly back away towards it.
Okay, just want to double check, make sure you knew that.
So Flynn, you are trying to bust open this window. Can you roll a strength check?
Yep.
Very good. You grab your the flagon that was on fire but not anymore, and you just smash the window open, and you like clear a entryway, and it's open now, and you can do one more move action if you want.
Okay, I'm gonna go over and like tug on him and you know be like, hey, we gotta get out of here. The troll's loose.
Okay, so you gotta direct him because he can't see anything right now.
So I mean, I guess
Blinded him.
that my move to like go over to him and then like that's what like 5 feet and then
Yeah.
like another and then we're gonna try to get out the window, I guess.
So are you gonna go first, or is he gonna go first?
He's gotta go first because I gotta guide him, right?
Okay. So you guide him right to where the window is, and he's like trying to get this glitter out of his eyes. He's like, it's all over the place. I just see sparkles. And
Good job, Frank.
he is right in front of the window. Can you roll do you want to like what?
Try to coax him out of there and get him out of there.
He's like failing around because he can't see or understand what's going on right now. He knows the troll's out there. And he's just like trying to like get the glitter out of his eyes. You could try to push him if you want out the window.
The halfling pushing the human.
I know. Would that be like another strength check or
Yeah,
what?
just another strength check.
Okay. Oh.
Oh yeah.
You're pushing him, and your hands are just getting like pushing this flubber, like fat, like he's overweight, and you're just like pushing this mesh of a human, and you're just like groping him pretty much, and
Oh,
you can't
nice.
seem to get
Wrong
the
places.
Then he lets one.
So much for helping him.
Yeah.
you can't get the leverage to get him up, and you're like trying to
That's
push him under.
illegal in some states.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
You
it's
might
not
as well
happening
get
right
married
now,
first.
and you're also yelling at him saying, just go over this wall. Just you're just trying to tell him to get up there, and he's like he's sort of like stunned right now. But he's starting to feel, and he's getting cut up by the glass also. So he's not wanting to go in that direction.
Oh my gosh.
So you could try again next round.
Yeah.
Nahum.
What does the cleric do?
He actually just stands there to make sure everything is gonna work out okay.
Ah,
Solo.
I heard some noise, so I'm gonna come out. What is that? 50?
Yeah, you hear glass breaking from the north, and when you were back out there, you assume that someone's trying to get out.
That should be it.
The troll is stuck, and he's in this small little doorway meant for humanoids, not anything big, and he rolls a strength check to see if he can get through. Oh man. And you see him just start pounding at the door, trying to like get more space, and it's made out of wood, and he's starting to crack it, but he's stuck for that round, basically, trying to get his hulking mass through this door.
You guys want
And
barbecue troll?
Duncan's turn. Should we go? What are we gonna do here? And he's sort of like waiting for you guys because half the party's still in here. Maybe 2/3 is still in the tavern, and you know the rest of you are outside. And these
Oh, you
guys
guys
are
bottlenecking that doorway there.
yeah, these guys are trying to push their way through because they want to get out of there.
well, they
And-
can go out.
No.
through me.
Don't let Frank set another fireball off.
No, it'll
so
be acid ball. Actually.
Oh, great.
Well, I don't know. My character doesn't know anything about trolls. So.
Okay, so Bryn, it's back up to you. Roll a knowledge arcana.
19, nice job.
Through your studies, you definitely have done some research on trolls, and you've been fascinated with their regenerative properties, how they heal themselves, and you've done a little bit of research on their like trying to figure out what makes them tick, how they regenerate so quickly, and you do know that fire and acid will particularly hinder their regenerative properties for this type of troll. There's other trolls that have different types, but you know for this one it's definitely fire and acid.
I guess I'll toss an acid ball at him just to
Okay.
slow him down.
You don't have a good line of sight because all you see is a hand waving, trying to like burst open this wall. So you either have to move or do something else.
I will wait where I'm at and hold action.
Flynn, it's up to you.
Well, since I'm going extra fast, do I notice that female is there? I'm gonna run around and be like, "Hey, you gotta get out of here," and then run back. And
They're
keep-
sort of these two girls are sitting behind the curtains, and they're sort of like looking halfway through the curtain, and they're sort of like scared right now, and they see you just blur in, and they're like, and then you tell them that they have to get out of here. They're like, okay, and so they start running out this way, following you.
Oh man.
Oh,
Okay.
great.
I really gotta get this guy out the window. So
You can have
I'm gonna
another
just-
move action.
Yeah, I'm just forcing him out. Boom.
Okay.
Oh,
He's
I
gonna
could
need help.
I could say that those
Yep.
two girls are seeing what you're doing, and they saw your failed attempt earlier, and they're just like, "You little pipsqueak, you need some." You know, they're gonna help you. So they're like, "We'll give you a hand at this," and they're trying to get this blubberous cook, this bartender, out the window. With +4 to that, they're able to succeed. And you see him just roll over and go through this window, tumble onto the courtyard below. Yeah, and then
Wow.
these two continue to push and get out also.
okay.
And so you're done with yours. Nahum's turn.
DM just makes sure that everyone's out. He holds action.
You're a little worried about Flynn. He's all the way at the very far end of the tavern. They just successfully pushed out the blubberous chef.
He'll make it.
Okay, so they're clear. This place is going up in flames, guys.
You're gonna burn this place down?
Just let it go.
That's his livelihood.
Oh, well, he's the one that trapped the troll.
Yeah, but that's okay. I mean, that's his business model, I suppose. I don't know. Don't listen to me. I'm neutral.
Okay. So Solo, you are you just hear this big oomph and thud as you come across the side and you see people fleeing out of this out of the tavern, and you see the bartender keeper on the ground rolling, trying to get back up, and you see like the foot of Flynn sticking out the window as he's trying to come over.
I made it this far, right?
Yes.
20? Do I go farther?
Yeah, you could go. You could do a double move. What do you want to do?
Just, I want to get there and help him out.
Yeah, so you run over there and you start picking the guy up, and he's like trying to feel who it is, and it's not a troll, so he seems to be relieved, and you start picking him up. Okay, Cringer comes up next to you, or what?
Yep, just behind us.
Okay.
Just to see if there's anything that can help with, yeah.
The troll is gonna try to break out of the door frame, and with a 9 plus the strength and everything, you just hear the creaking and crackling of wood, and all of a sudden, grrr, the internal walls here are all made out of wood, so it's nothing too difficult for him to break through. And you just see him like frothing, and for Flynn, he's looking back, and you just see this troll that's starting to rage and come out. He gets about there.
Now Malachi gets on his war bison.
Yeah.
He's doing it really calmly. He's like the place deserves it.
Okay, so he's apathetic. He doesn't care. And
Yeah, I'm out. Get his war horse as well.
okay. Duncan comes out of the tavern. He's following Nahum and Malachi. He's looking back at Bryn. He's like, "You'll be coming along soon, won't you?"
Yes, I'll be right out.
And he's just like, he pretty much knows it's gonna go on, and he's like, "You guys are bad news." So it's Bryn's turn.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Right there. I can still see him and chuck a fireball into the tavern.
Oh,
Okay.
there's people still in there. What is
Frank!
There's somebody downstairs, you know.
Frank!
Oh my gosh.
That guy's dead. What are you talking about?
How do you
It's like
know?
a
How do you know?
Well, it's a troll.
You
I don't have to say it.
this
Frank, dude.
giant eruption occurs as you guys are in this room, and you see the whole place just vibrate. Can you roll a 1d20? Let's just see what happens. If you can roll
Everybody?
high. No, just Frank. You see the building walls shudder, and all the glass inside just shatters outwards, and you hear like your ears are all ringing from people in the northern area. Flynn, this blast just knocks you out of the room, so you're out of there as the fireball erupts, and your ears have like blood coming out of them from this just concussion wave that hits you. All the glass in this tavern has now exploded outwards. It's still structurally standing, so you think that's okay, but since the fireball was in an enclosed area, it was a very risky move. And it's Flynn's turn.
I look around and see if everyone's all right, and cast prestidigitation to clean myself up.
You're standing
Nice.
there, and can you roll a perception check? Solo and Flynn. Okay. Solo takes note of the barkeeper, and you look at his singed hair, and you remember just that one flagon of rum was able to like explode and do that much damage to the barkeeper, and you're like, this bar was full of rum. and you think that
Oh man.
you think that secondary
Thanks,
explosions
Frank.
are
You're welcome.
very likely. So you feel as if you should get out of there. As you hear second auxiliary explosions come on, boom, boom, boom. You hear like this thing start shaking and reverberating.
It's nice one, Frank.
You're welcome.
Why are you guys so dangerous?
Destructive.
It was a
Destructive.
troll. It was a troll. What am I supposed to do? Oh yeah, come on out, dude. Oh wait, I got a fireball for you.
Ah.
All these little mini explosions start detonating off from these vats and these caskets of rum. This is what this place only had was rum, which is a hard liquor, very flammable, whatnot. And so this place starts erupting in fire, and you hear the scream of the troll just yell out as it's being exhausted from like lack of oxygen. This fire erupting like a little fire tornado, you know, in this tavern, which is not going to be standing much longer from your guys' assessment.
Yeah, that's why I'll be walking away, following Malachi. So, what do you think?
I grab the girls. I'm gonna get them a
Come
safe distance away.
So you drag them out, and you drag everyone a safe distance away, and you guys just look at the night sky, and you just see this big red glow from this tavern area as it's just engulfed in flames. And
I
you
think
know,
it's time to go, guys. Yeah,
yeah, it might be a good time to clear this area. It's just the fuel is just feeding the flames, and it's not like exploding per se, but it's just constantly firing up.
oh my god. Well, you know, that thing had a 1 rating for Yelp, so I think it's all pretty good fun.
Yeah, let's call that one done for. Do you guys want to sleep nearby? Do you guys want to travel a little bit further?
I think
you guys
traveling
Travel a
further.
little further.
Do you guys leave the
We have
bartender?
a bonfire already.
Ah, nice, nice.
Oh, well, I got marshmallows. You want some of those?
Let's just say like this is what the room is looking like.
Boom, 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 boom.
So what are you gonna do with the bartender and the girl?
Well,
Gross.
don't let him get close to Malachi.
Don't
Got
mention any names.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them like, how much did we spend there? Like 4 times 7, 28. So I'm gonna give them like 40 silvers.
He's sitting there.
Say sorry for this whole ordeal.
He's sitting there in the grass, and his favorite chef hat is like halfway. You know, there's nothing left because it burned. And he's sitting like there, and you just plop 40 silvers in his hands. He looks at it, and like there's soot all over him. He looks at you, and he's just like, it just gives you this shaking approval. He's just sitting there trying to recollect what just happened to his establishment.
Nice.
Frank is what happened. Don't mess with Frank anymore.
Frank is fireballs, dude. He's the dangerous one.
So, I guess you guys leave them?
Oh yeah.
Just
Yeah.
destroy-
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'll take the girls home. Where do they live?
The girls are running off, and
Oh.
she looks at you and, you know, pretty much everything that happened, and they're just running home, whatnot. And the barkeeper is just sitting here, just looking at his entire life's work, just, you know, being burnt up.
Whoops.
Whoops is right. So how about the group down here?
Come on, I
well-
at least gave him his money back.
You
I
did.
don't-
You guys
Well,
aren't doing
yeah,
Makes
anything.
up for his livelihood.
Let's make sure that Flynn's okay and gets back to the party, and then from that point, we'll
Okay,
leave.
you
At
rip
least
the horses. They're a little apprehensive of the fire being so close, and you take them and you pull them a safe distance away. The group that was in the north rejoins you guys as you guys head over to where your mounts are.
Did you guys get a name for this innkeep?
What?
What I'll do is I'll write a
Story?
writ of accreditation for him. Put my seal, my noble seal on it.
What? Why
Sign
would
it.
you give me that?
He's doing a Yelp. He's basically doing a Yelp.
Yeah.
No. Well, I'm gonna
I'm gonna be up it. I'll put one, like one
hold
star.
up. hand it to the guy and say, "Sorry for the damage, mate, but if you ever happen to go near so and so city,
The capital.
the capital, I highly recommend that you seek out a moneylender by the name of
Joe.
my cousin."
It's your business card. Awesome.
Okay, so you
This is to replace any problems that we've caused for you, and
Okay.
hopefully your livelihood would come back. This
okay,
is
so he
think of this as House Rory. I'm Bryn of House Rory.
Wait, hold
so-
on. You're saying this to who?
This chef.
Wait, the shit. Wait, you're.
tavern
He's
owner.
gonna go after you.
Oh, wait, hold on.
No, we're being nice to him.
I'm
Oh,
ready.
hold on. The guy's right next to me? Where is
We
he?
just saved him. How much?
Oh, my guy's about to beat him up.
No,
Well,
you don't.
because his guy's about to beat him up because he
Dude,
kept
I told you not to get him close to me. Alright. So, so I look at the barkeep,
Mhm.
and then
He comes with Flynn and Solo as they're coming back. He's sort of walking behind them, and you see Bryn approach him, and you see like a little sidebar conversation occur.
So I on my intimidating war bison, I saunter up to them.
Mhm.
And then, do I overhear what Brin's saying? Brin, are you still saying that?
Yes.
You hear fragments of it, yes.
Okay.
You see him like use a seal, and you see him say his name, and you hear that. You definitely hear that.
So basically, Malachi goes, "You've got to be kidding me, you friggin' pureblood!" This
Evil
man
action,
is not-
evil action, evil action.
drama.
It's
And
like,
I look at him.
this scum does not deserve anything close to what you're offering him. In fact, he deserves that troll in his the
Uh-huh.
gut of that troll. And
No, he doesn't.
Flynn's like,
so
"Go,
I
go,
glare
go."
at my 7-foot body frame on my war bison towering over Bryn. I'm like,
You don't
pussy
intimidate.
pureblood.
You don't intimidate. Not in the least.
Wow.
I want to non-lethal him right now.
Ugh.
So basically, it's like I get in between Bryn and the barkeep.
Uh-huh.
I tell the barkeep, "You better run now."
Okay, so roll your intimidation. Okay. He grabs the note out of Bryn's hand, and Bryn, you're not sure how he feels about you. He grabbed it in haste, but you're not sure if that's because he's being intimidated, or because he's fearful, or he doesn't like you. But he grabs it, and you see him just run off into the night.
See ya.
Let me change his. Yeah. Okay.
Boy,
Yeah, and
that's pretty
he's
quick
running through
for-
the fields.
And I look at Malachi and say, you can be quite intimidating, you know?
So he doesn't acknowledge Bryn right now. Spits on the ground he's on. How dare you offer him such I don't know.
Amnesty.
Well,
Yeah, yeah,
I
how dare you offer him amnesty? And he turns away and walks away from Bryn.
I didn't offer him amnesty. I just corrected a problem that we caused. That's all.
Totally ignores what you say.
Okay.
A little bit of differences, but hopefully the party
We're
will
hammering
work
him
through
out.
it. Flynn's just rubbing his hands, going, "I love this." Look at Mark's like grinning the whole time.
I'm
Like,
the only non-good aligned character here.
he's like, "Throw the punch, throw the punch."
No. We're heroes. We need drama.
Oh boy.
Yeah, go drama.
Okay. In the meantime, you guys could gaze at the glory of the troll in the tavern picture. Let's see.
It's dead, right?
Should we
Yeah.
just gather some troll jerky for the road?
Oh, that place is still on fire. It's not going to ember out for another, till mid-morning.
Well, at least not until we cast glitter dust on it again, right?
You don't have enough glitter dust unless...
No, I'll just let it burn.
Are you guys going to spend the night outside, like near here or in the fields or what?
In the field.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can cast Tiny Hut, and I'll sleep in that.
How big's the tiny hut?
I don't know, like 10 feet? Something like that? 20 feet? 20 feet? 20 feet
You
radius?
just see Flynn just sprawled out in the middle of it. He's like, this is the life. As like the wind is wisping in the outside, and you see everyone else just huddle around the campfire.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with my
Okay.
You guys can come too. The ponies can stay outside. I just
I
enjoy
want my
it.
horse in there. What are you talking about? Right horse.
So do you want to cast that?
Yeah, everyone's
near-
welcome.
Are you guys near there, or
'Cause we're
are you guys
heroes.
gonna? Do you want to camp out right here, or do you want to move further out, or what?
Yes, way further.
Okay. So you guys mount your horses and your bison, and you guys are going through the night. The horses are a little tired, and they're starting to neigh more, and you see one of them just stumble a little bit as the legs are starting to cramp. You rode them pretty hard earlier at a pretty fast pace, and they don't seem too happy. But you guys find a clearing. You guys are outside the outskirts of the town. The glow of the fire is just like a little blimp on the behind you guys as you guys have been riding out. Light sources. What do you guys do about that?
Light signal.
Wait, are we not
Yeah,
camping out?
Well, while you're riding, it's
Oh.
it's pretty much dark. So
That's light.
Yeah, cast light.
okay, so a few of the magical arcanic adventurers are able to cast light, and you guys are walking, and it has this eerie, nebulous white light. It's not like a brilliant yellow of a torch. It's more like a nimbus glow. And so you guys are going through, and you guys, Malachi knows that you're in the plains of Sylvania, and this is like a huge grassland, and you hear crickets chirping, and it's nighttime, and you guys find a good spot, and Flynn just conjures up this little hut that you guys are able to just rest in for the night. I presume everyone fits inside, whatnot. I'll look at the details later.
10
But-
feet? No.
So would you say our journey across these plains would be called Trans?
Yeah, exactly.
Transylvania?
Ah.
Sylvania. Sylvania is from Sylvan, which is more of an elvish word. So that's where it comes from for you guys.
Okay, good. No vampires.
Yeah, we're not level 9.
You guys wake up and you guys exit the hut. You guys are making like this little meal in the bonfire, with a little small campfire. Behind you guys, you see a little wisp of like black smoke from where you guys have seen the inn, and it seems to be either smoldering or in its last phases of fire, but it's just like a little signal in the background. As you guys are in the fields, it's starting to get in a gray overcast, and this is during the morning time. You guys have just broken camp, and you guys continue westward towards Holy Citadel. And Duncan has been looking at the map, and he sort of has a good idea of where to go next. And you guys are going through the fields, and from one frame to the other, the clouds get dark real quickly.
Oh, shit.
You start heading through the plains of Sylvania. Let's just say that. It sounds a little bit better. These are like a grassy flatlands, and you know that they're as high as Flynn. So these are about 3 to 4 feet grass, brush. And it's wild grass as far as the eye can see. North, east, southwest, they all look the same. The only distinguishing mark is this road path that you're on. For an hour, you guys are traveling, and it's the same thing, just grasslands. You guys travel for another hour, and another, and another. 5 hours go by, and it's the same thing, just grasslands. It's a huge expanse. The only difference you see now is that in the distance, you can start seeing just a forest that is starting to come into visible range for you guys.
We're in Ohio.
Pretty much. I know Malachi already rolled high earlier, and he knows that the forest coming up ahead is what they called the Dark Forest. That's one of the nicknames that's been given. There's folklores and there's stories about haunts and ghastly lights and eerie sounds that people have experienced in this forest, and it's something that people tend to avoid if at all possible.
Okay.
People have made it through it just fine, but other people just have eerie experiences going through this particular forest that's just maybe like half a mile away from you guys. And you see Duncan, and he's sort of in a I won't have you guys roll, but because it's still loading. He's sort of in like a little melancholy mood. He's quiet. He's not really paying attention to his surroundings. He's sort of on his pony and just riding with it. And all of a sudden you see, he looks up, and you guys all notice that the sky is turning a little more gray. He's like, looks like a storm is coming. Hey there, Cal. And he looks over to where Kalen's horse is, and he's like, he sees the empty horse, and he just becomes quiet once again. And you guys could attribute to Kalen, having recently passed away, but also within this past
murdered.
Yeah, murdered. Within this past week, he had not only lost Kalen, but he also lost his brother at arms, Ulrich, who was banished into Tordutum. So there's a lot of bad things that have been happening, and he's not too peachy right now. The plains become darker as you guys are traveling in. The weather changes rapidly. The clouds darken in the area as you hear peals of thunder, and you see crashes of lightning in the distance, and the rain starts pelting and pattering around you as you guys are on this plains. You guys know that some rain is good. You know that the farmers previously were sort of in a drought, so this might be welcoming for them. But being on the plains during a thunderstorm is quite dangerous.
Lightning bolt.
Hurricane! Oh man, there's a trailer park nearby.
Great.
As things couldn't get worse, it does. The simple storm that you saw earlier turns deadly as a supercell forms dangerously close to you guys. A burst of cold rips through the party as freezing rain starts pelting the group, and lightning is dangerously close and is starting to come your way very quickly.
Dude, I don't want to get struck by lightning again.
Less than 100 feet from you guys, you see this tree just explode as a lightning bolt just kabooms right on it, and it just shatters. And your horses are starting to get spooked. Can each of you roll a perception check?
Perception check.
Okay, that was a bad roll.
Oh, he put Kalen's armor on his horse.
Yeah.
But my perception is so
Okay.
13.
As a supercell forms in front of you guys feel the pressure behind you change also. And you look behind you, and there's another supercell behind you guys.
Oh, right.
Oh, it's nice knowing you guys.
And Nahum can do stone shape, right? You just make big.
I don't think he has that prepared right now.
I'll draw it on the map. Right here is one supercell. And
Oh.
right here
Can't see.
is another supercell. My mouse pointer. Do you see the mouse pointer?
It's that close?
Yeah, it's like on top of you guys.
We'll be dead already.
I'll be a little further away there. So right here and right here are two supercells that are coming down, and just peals of thunder are coming through. But not only that, but from the center, the foci, focal? I don't know, what's the middle of a circle? Foci. Of the circle emerges a mythical beast.
What?
It's a Thunderbird.
I think we're a little cursed, guys.
And-
do we recognize what it is?
We'll see. So a large bird emerges from each center of the supercell. Lightning crackles and emanates from the large bird. It screeches a loud, thunderous boom as it swoops, as it's flying only a mere 75 feet off the ground. All you guys pretty much know that these are huge mythical birds, and they are sort of imbued with the ability of lightning, and they are. They could bring storm clouds, and they could bring like bad weather or good weather to the surrounding area. And these creatures only pretty much are active one time a year. And it's always near autumn. It sort of symbolizes the beginning of autumn. Sort of think of like a Groundhog's Day, but a groundhog can't kill you, but these guys can.
Except groundhogs don't shoot lightning out of their eyes.
No, they don't.
Out of their eyes.
Arse.
And fireballs out of their mouth.
Ugh.
Actually, it's the other way around. Isn't it? But go ahead.
Okay, so Flynn and Solo, I sent you guys some things. If you want to relay some of this information, you can, or none of it, or all of it, whatever. These are some things I thought might help you sort of portray what is going on here.
Yeah, I definitely remember a verse regarding these creatures that comes to mind. I am the rain transformed. I am more than light and speed. I am deafening but silent. I am Thunderbird. I am quicker than most. I am louder than most. I am brightest when I arrive. I am Thunderbird. I am jagged and beautiful. I give life and death. I am the rain transformed. I am Thunderbird.
I put a thunder rod right into the ground.
So Malachi says this as Flynn finishes his poem, like, You're reading poems right now? Really? Tell us how we can get out of this out of this mess.
Solo thinks they're in heat, right? So I'm gonna just like cast a silent image.
I cast invisible on myself. Oh, you
So,
guys can deal with it, eh?
We need to get out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so too.
These two birds, they're flying and they're screeching, and they're making these thunderous loud noises, and you see them swoop and they fly over over the party.
Oh,
What are you guys doing?
trying to get away
Get
from it.
out. I go parallel, perpendicular.
You're traveling through the grass is gonna be very difficult, so your movement's gonna be halved because you can't see. It's basic grasslands and you don't know the terrain
I'm on the
because
bison.
they're like
so-
three. Yeah. Okay.
Wild bison. He can handle grass.
These birds start coming and they come. Amazingly, they come right above the party while you guys are trying to move out, and they crash into each other. And you see them starting to tear each other apart, falling to the ground as they're fighting. And you guys are caught up in the middle of this right now. Let me roll some dice. As this is happening, these thunderbolts are coming down and raining from the sky, and they're all emanating pretty much from where these birds are. So Duncan's dragging Callan's horse with him, and they're sort of riding. All of a sudden, you see a huge peal of thunder hit Duncan. You see his horse and him just emblazed in light as a thunderbolt hits him. Let me
Ouch.
do a reflex
Mister,
save.
I am wearing armor.
Man,
Yes.
Grin is bad luck. Ever since he showed up,
That's a nice
people are
thing.
dying.
As soon as the lightning hits, you just see he moved his horse real quick, and the lightning just barely nicks him, and it arcs over to his horse and to the ground. And you see this whole dazzling display of light just erupt around him. Another one also erupts near Solo. Solo, can you roll a fort save? Oh, sorry, reflex save. Reflex. Okay. Unfortunately, you're under. You feel the hairs on the back of your neck, your long hairs start floating upward right before this blast hits you. And the blast, just this concussion wave of lightning just hits you. Unfortunately, you do not make it. This is for Duncan, and this is for
Ouch.
Solo.
Ouch.
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 So you see Duncan's mount just vaporize as the bolt of lightning just shreds his horse to pieces. And Duncan like rolls off, and he gets additional roll damage.
Well, good thing Solo has like a lot of hit points.
Oh, that's tough.
These two birds are entwined, and these electricity is just arcing all around them. You guys know it's not a good area to be in right now, as
Really?
Duncan just is like covered in gore and ick as his horse just exploded from underneath him.
All right, Malachi will. Well, I'll yell out. I'll grab Duncan.
Oh my god, surprisingly, Marty goes before I do.
Oh my gosh, that is surprising. Let's bring it to Nahum. What's he gonna do?
All right, so Nahum casts light on Malachi.
Just to give you a
shield.
heads up,
Uh-huh.
casting right now is you're gonna have to do a concentration check.
Yeah, it's not
Um,
cool.
So
Okay.
is your mount moving right now? Are you telling it to move, or are you just stopping and then casting, or what?
It's still moving away. So he casts light on Malachi's shield and tells him, Malachi, get Duncan.
Duncan scampers to his feet and he runs over to Callan's horse, and he mounts it, and he starts riding off as fast as he can, and that's pretty much as far as he can because he did so many moves.
Oh, okay. Oh, so there's two horses. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Yeah, one was Callan's.
Oh, okay.
Flynn,
Yeah, we're riding out of here.
to the, let's say right, is where the forest is. There's a forest tree line about half a mile away. You see Flynn, as all you guys are moving, just, spur on. He's like, Bryn, your turn. So you see Bryn also just taking off, and the two birds are starting to fight each other, as I said earlier, and they're starting to spiral downward because they're sort of like entrapped in each other, and you see them like coming dangerously close to the ground. Solo, it's your turn. You just receive this blast, and
Run.
your ears are ringing. You're sort of disoriented. Ashley, how much damage was done to you?
A lot. 38.
Can you roll a saving throw? That's gonna be for your mount.
Oh no.
Reflex.
Yes.
25.
Oh, your horse saves, but it is severely
away.
damaged. You see the legs have buckled out underneath it because the electricity
go.
coursed through you to the horse, and it's very damaged. It can only move half as much, and it can't gallop, so it's pretty damaged right now. And it is Malachi's turn, like the
This
pony.
100, he's a bison.
Yeah, they're slow. They're
But
not
he
like
can charge through the. He doesn't get impeded by this human grass. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
but it weighs 1 ton, dude.
I don't care. You can jet. All right, I'm making sure that everyone's around him.
Okay.
that everyone's safe. So he's scanning, making sure that no one's falling off or something.
And it's Dam's turn.
He bolts.
Okay, so he can move one, like what? Light war horse 150. Duncan is on Callan's horse, and he starts reining in. He's already moving, and he decides to run. And now you see these birds. Both of them, they were fighting each other, and they're spiraling down. They sort of detach, and they start flying away from each other.
Dude, these birds really love us, man.
They're sort of oblivious to you guys, but they're fighting each other, and they move away from each other, and you see them turn, and they're going to start charging each other again. But unfortunately, it's on the same path that some of you guys are on. Let me roll and see what happens. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Another arc of lightning just thunders down, and it hits either because Duncan's wearing full plate, or because he has Callan's plate with him, or some reason another bolt hits him. And he's gonna
Yep,
do a
that's
saving
it.
throw. Oh,
Oh,
he
he's
made
saved.
it once again. Dang, this guy be lucky. And let's see how much damage is done.
Oh,
Callan's horse explodes just as Duncan's did.
wow, dude,
That's-
we're into exploding horse. He has exploding horses, man.
As you see Duncan once again reel onto the ground, and he was already covered in horse gore. He's doubled horse gore now. Yeah, it's not looking good for him. He gets
He would
29
almost
points.
do better standing still.
Yeah, I know.
Ouch, that's pretty mean. You see him, and he's starting to look through his the horse gore, and he's like jumping into it. And you guys are wondering why, but that's what he's doing.
He's,
It is Solo's turn.
he's getting his friend's armor out.
Okay. Should be it, right?
Oh, why is
I'm
two
not doing
critters?
this
Let me
right.
get rid of one.
Yeah, that's weird.
So you run further south. Malachi.
All right, start going after Duncan.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So you're saying I can only go 100?
Yeah, in the fields. It's Naam's turn.
How badly hurt is?
Duncan looks pretty bad. You see well, actually, yeah, you're pretty close. You see the ears is just blood coming out of them, and you see blood coming out of his eyes. And he's just his hair's at end, and you see him smoldering, smoke coming out from him. So Grin.
Boy.
His beard's all bristly.
It won't come back down. It's stuck up perpetually.
I'm not dead yet.
This is not good.
All right, so I can get here. That's one movement. The other movement, he goes. Can he reach Duncan?
The horse can only move 50.
No, that's fine. Let's move him entire way.
Okay, so he won't have any more actions.
That's fine.
Okay. Duncan starts going through the horse ick, and you see him clutching onto the armor of Callan, and he also has a saddlebag. And from there, he breathes out one potion. He starts quaffing the potion. Okay, let me do it.
Oh yeah, we have potions.
Look. He's healed for. You see him starting to look a little bit better, but minutely better. And Flynn, it's your turn.
We gotta get him out of here.
Oh, sorry, I moved everyone.
Move over here by him, and cast Phantom Steed and tell him to get on it because we gotta get out of here.
Oh, at least the steed will survive, maybe.
Well, I don't think it has much hit points.
I
One
think it's like.
strike and it's dead
Can you
again.
see what the hit points on that is?
It's only like 15 or 20.
Okay.
A lightning strike will kill it.
So Flynn starts chanting, and you see the air around him start swirling, and all of a sudden a ghostly visage of a purple nebulous nimbus horse starts galloping out of this gate, and it comes into the material plane, where you guys are. And it sits there and it starts rearing and sort of snorting, pawing at the ground. Bryn, it's your turn.
I'm on the road, so I'll just jet.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah. I'm looking behind me as I'm doing it, just to make sure that these guys are on their way. How far can I go?
Oh, actually, since you're on the road, you can do your full speed, which is 200.
See you guys!
Bye. Nice knowing you.
From where you are, this is for Bryn, you can see in front of you a fork in the path.
Oh, great.
Not a literal fork, but a split in the path.
A little fort.
All right. Is there like a signpost or anything like that?
You see something up ahead, but it's outside your vision. It's too hard to see exactly what it is, but not yet.
All right, I'll pull up to it on my next one.
So back to the birds. You see that they have detached from each other, and they flew outwards, and they spun around, and now they're gonna start converging. They're starting to charge at each other, and they tackle each other. And you see like them once again, like pecking at each other, like tearing feathers off each other. And they're both immune to lightning, so that is not hurting them. But the physical like talons and beaks are starting to like scratch each other, and they're going at it at each other. Okay, what does Nahum do?
He is going to channel and with his move action to continue on. 15.
You see this pulse of beneficial, positive energies emanate from Nahum as he's riding by you guys, and it just uplifts you guys, and it heals Duncan. No one else is wounded, right?
Right.
Well, I am, but I'm way out.
Flynn, you see Duncan rear back on his horse, and the flyby with Nahum just brought his spirits a little bit higher, and he's stumbling, like getting on this phantom steed's like confounded beast. And it's actually, well, can you make? Yeah, I guess you can make it whatever size you want. So it's the appropriate size for him to get on, and he's sort of apprehensive of riding such a mythical, like, ghost horse, I guess it is. But he gets on, and he starts kicking at it, and it starts riding off. And it's your turn also.
Yep, I'm going to.
It's Bryn's turn.
All right, I'm gonna move right up to the signpost.
Oh yeah, you pull up and you have your light up, and you see a nimbus glow, and one of them is pointing to the town of Corinth, and one is pointing to the town of Wayward.
I have no clue where I want to go. I'll wait.
Knowledge local?
I don't think he has knowledge local.
Oh.
I have no knowledge of it, so I'll just hold.
The birds, you hear the screeching behind you, and they are about 200 feet away from you guys. You feel as if you're out of most of the inherent danger, although there's still lightning bolts that are being thrown across the sky from these supercells. The immediate danger from the birds seems to subside as they start swirling and fighting each other, up in the air. And it's Solo's turn. For you, you're having a lot of difficulty right now, Solo, because you don't have any light sources on you. You do see the pathway where the guys are. You see like the glows of their torches or their nimbus lights. But for you out there, you're just pretty much in pitch dark running on your horse. You have low light, but if you look at yourself, if you put your mouse over yourself, you don't see any of the radius of the lights hitting you, which means you're outside the light right now.
Okay, what about Cringer?
Cringer might be in the
Cringer
same
lead me?
path. I think they have dark vision.
Can he lead me?
It's gonna slow you down if you do.
Okay.
Okay, so let's have you move like that, and then we'll see what happens next time. Duncan is having a hard time adjusting to this phantom steed. Duncan's moving on the path, and you see him just dart out to where Bryn is. And because he has dark vision and he can see in the night, he's saying to the party to go to the right of the fork.
Go to the
Flynn.
right. Go to the right. Okay.
But we lost Solo.
So
He can see the lights, and he's sort of trying to gauge where you guys are.
Don't worry, I have hope for Solo.
Just Playing catch up.
And Bryn's turn.
To the right I go.
Solo's turn.
Okay. I look at Cringer and point to Cringer and say, "Alright, find us the boys."
So you see Cringer, you know where they are because you can see their glows up ahead. So you know where they
Okay.
are. You just don't see where you are at because it's dark where you are. Oh man. A lightning bolt once again arcs down, peels from the sky, and it's being thrown all about you guys. There's flashes of light as you guys are running through the night sky or the night air, and all of a sudden you just see a crackle and you hear a shout, a female's voice crying in pain.
Solo.
Solo.
Again?
Again, I don't know what rolls are happening, but
You're getting nailed, dude.
so can you roll a reflex save?
19.
Okay. Unfortunately, once again, the zap.
Shoot, 12d6.
Actually, what you were damaged earlier, right?
Yep.
Oh.
From
It's like 38. No.
31, I think.
38.
Let me roll to see how much damage. You notice that these bolts don't seem as deadly or dangerous. They're not arcing out as much, and they're not spinning as much, and they aren't penetrating you as much since this is the second bolt you've taken.
Boy,
so
man, her ears
Dude,
are ringing.
lightning does hit twice. Both Duncan and Soul got hit twice already.
Actually, your horse, which I said was wounded, just
Is
once
dead?
again just it explodes in a fury of red and
Nice.
gleaming lights and gems of red and hue. A mist of red just envelops you. Let me do that. So unfortunately, your mount has succumbed to the effects of the lightning. You guys might not be able to hear Solo.
Oh, well, he's dead. She's dead.
She's 175
Thanks,
from you.
Miles.
Yeah, you guys aren't
That's
able to
Miles.
hear Solo scream. So Duncan continues riding on the path, trying to continue on the path. It's Bryn's turn. So as you're riding your horse and you're running through the night, your Nimbus light is barely casting light ahead of you as you're galloping away. Well, there's obviously a tree in the middle of this thing that's obstructing your path. So you either have to stop your mount as quick as you can, hoping that you don't run into it, or you got to try to jump it.
I'm gonna slow my mount.
Okay, so go and do a ride check.
Oh, I'm gonna
Click
fail.
on yourself and do a ride check.
Oh my God.
Okay, so you pull on the reins as hard as you can, and the horse almost bucks back as it's on two legs, and it's just trying to, it stops all of a sudden, and you're able to stop your mount in time as you slowly, let's say,
Oh, I got lucky.
go past it, and you walk a little bit further, and that's pretty much all you can do right now. You're off path. Solo, you're stranded. Your mount has fallen. You and Cringer, you feel this wet nose against your hand as you're just coming back from like almost unconsciousness from these two lightning bolts that have hit you, and you're in the middle of darkness. What do you do? So
All right.
you can stumble in the darkness with a jog, hoping that you don't twist any ankles. Let's just do a reflex save just for sanity check. Okay, so you're holding on to Cringer as she's leading you through the darkness, and you could run what? Let's say
30. But then the thing is,
a humanoid could run a medium armor 120. So I moved you 100. Running through the darkness, trying to get to you guys, and the reflex save was to see if he stumbled or anything. He's fine. He's holding on to Cringer as she's leading her back to where the party is. And as you're doing that, can you roll a perception check?
Oh, nice.
Yep. There's something in the road that's glistening and doing something, but he doesn't notice that.
I blow right past.
Yeah, so you blow right past it, and you go to right about here. That's where it was. You're so concentrated on trying to make your mount not spooked, and you're trying to calm it as you're as you're trotting out of the stream that you just are oblivious.
Yes.
And it is Solo's turn.
That would be my character, Oblivious.
Bryn, you're riding off.
Well, I'm assuming that's the forest right here on the end.
Yes.
I'll ride up to the edge of the forest.
Okay.
I am
So
not
as
ready
you're
to
going, go about 50 first. So as you come about that, you're galloping along, and from the peripheral, the very edge of your vision, on this pathway right in front of you, you see a horse that's lying in the middle of the road.
Whoa, Nelly!
You get closer, and you notice that this horse looks very similar to what Duncan's and to what what happened to Solo's horse. It's just smoldering black scars on it, a little electrical gray pattern design on its flesh.
It's a dead horse.
Yes.
Huh.
Oh no, I'm done. I'm just observing the horse now.
Another bolt of lightning arcs down, and it strikes a plated metal character. Nahum cries out as just electricity zaps him. Can he roll a savings throw? Reflex. Along with his mount, along with Solo.
Wow, I can't wait to tell
Why-
Marty about
Why Solo also?
She's right next to him. You guys are all bunched up.
Thanks, guys.
No problem, dude. Yeah, you have protection from energy, dude.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a reflex for Nahum.
This is the third time.
Nahum did not make it. Solo, can you roll a reflex? Oh, you made it.
Dang. Nice.
So for Nahum, the full effect of the lightning just strikes him as it just arcs between shield and mace and then helmet that he has, and all of a sudden, zap! His whole arm just locks up as he's hit by this lightning. He gets 18 points of damage. Solo gets 9 points of damage.
The channel heals 17, so just subtract 1 from Nahum.
Right when the lightning hits, it arcs over to Solo as it does damage, and then you see a blue nimbus light just emanate from Solo as
From Nahum?
from Nahum as a channel was called out.
Dude, I'm telling you, Solo's bad luck in a lightning storm.
3 times, guys. No, that's actually 5 times out of 8. That's not good odds.
So
Hey,
everyone,
I'm gonna hug him closer.
Hey, there's quite a
Keep
lot of
hugging
you.
him.
if you're damaged within this range, like Cringer's in there also, can you heal
17 points.
17 points? Half if you're taken by the crud. Okay, so from that, Cringer was healed by 8, Solo was healed by 8. Great, good job. And it is Flynn's turn.
Moving
Can
on.
you while you do it, can you roll a perception check?
It rolled for the pony and me because I had both selected.
Oh, yours is on the bottom. Sorry, I saw the 10. So as you're galloping along, you see this wet object in the middle of the road, and it's sort of gleaming. And as the lightning just hits Solo and Nahum behind you, you just see this little silhouette of an object in the road, and it looks to be semi stuck in the mud. So it looks to be semi heavy, I would say, because it's sort of submerged in the mud, whereas something light would just be on top of it.
Yeah, let's go for it.
So you dismount.
Yep.
Okay, you dismount and you take a look, and you notice it's a small chest that's
Cool.
stuck in the mud.
And like, I can't pick it up. Can I do that right now?
Yeah, you can do that. That's fine.
Let's go for it.
Hey,
Okay,
look
so-
what I found, guys.
Hey.
For
It's
me.
like as it like comes out this muddy water that you guys are in, and it's just dripping mud. You don't want to get your nice clothes dirty, but you do have precipitation, so whatever. But you hoist it, and it's fairly heavy. Can you roll a strength check?
I'm
not the
little.
strongest.
Come on, give me a break.
You're having a hard time. You pulled it out, but it's just too much for you to hold on to. So you're like dragging it. You could drag it to your pony or something, but that's what you're doing right now.
I have Flynn get whatever he's trying to get, and we'll keep on moving.
Okay, so you guys are close enough. The forest is actually only maybe about 200 feet away from you. Within 2 rounds, you could easily get that. So
Dude,
we'll
why
call
are we doing in a forest and a lightning storm?
it's probably gonna hit the trees more than they're gonna hit you,
You know what? Yeah.
because
I have to agree with that statement.
when you're in the
Yes,
open
dude,
plains,
I'm so low.
you're pretty much the only high thing in that area, and some of you guys are wearing metal, so you guys are definitely targets when you're out there. But once you're in the forest, there's a lot of trees that are higher than you, but you know, if it hits a tree, it could arc to you, but it's not gonna, you guys aren't main targets as much.
I guess it's a forest. Okay, that's fine. If there's a
Yeah.
single tree, every problem.
So I'll call this end of action because I rolled some checks and the lightning doesn't really strike until round 2. But you guys were able to help Flynn. There's this chest. It's about probably about 2 feet wide or in width and about maybe half a foot long, and it's pretty heavy. Flynn himself can't really, he might be able to lift it. Yeah, he's having a hard time, so it might help if some of you guys help him. Malachi gets off and he easily picks up with one hand and he grabs onto it. And he's like, he grabs onto it and you guys are able to move on or continue even further. You guys get to the edge of the forest and you see that there's a cart in front of you, and there's a man waving his arms at you guys, and you sort of see like these lights coming towards him, and you hear a voice going, hey, over here, and he's sort of waving you down. As you guys get closer, you hear him start chanting a little bit. Bryn, you're the closest to him. Can you roll a arcane or spellcraft check as you guys are all starting to come into where Bryn is?
He's casting fireball.
Yeah, group together, please, near Bryn. That would be awesome.
You
So
counter
from your
spell.
My luck, I know.
From your training in arcane knowledge, you notice that he's casting a augury spell, and you notice this to be one of detect good. That's what he's casting.
He's detect good is what he's casting.
Yes. From
Oh.
where you are, he's 70 feet away. You see his eyes start glowing white, as if a spell has been activated on him.
Oh, we're all gonna glow in his eyes, except
Not
for
me.
The only one.
So he's starting to wave to you guys like over here, and he like, as soon as he casts a spell, he stops for a second, but then he's like over here, and he's like asking you guys to come to him.
I am going to ready a spell just in case.
Okay.
Well, I'm be on alert. Let's just put it.
Okay, you're on alert, and he's like, thank goodness you're here. He's like, oh, I've run into some trouble. A whole caravan of us were going, and my horse got hit by the lightning, and it took her out. And I was able to push. Oh yeah, I was able to push my cart, and the horse is dragging, but it can't go any further. He's like, can you guys? The caravan continue without me because it's a little bit dangerous here. But can you guys help me out?
I'll send a distance motive. Make sure see if he's telling the truth.
Okay, so go ahead and roll it.
I think we lost 3 horses, right?
Yeah, you guys lost quite a few
2 horses.
horses.
3 horses, yeah.
Three. One of them was mine, and then the 2 others were from the dwarf.
Yeah, both
Dwarves.
dwarves lost theirs. Worst luck ever. You think that'd be distributed?
Timing.
You feel as if he is telling the truth, and he is you guys are getting closer to him or near him, and he seems to be focused on Bryn right now since he was the first one there. But he seems sincere in what he's saying. You don't see any abnormalities in terms of like eyes looking up, like he's trying to make something up, but it seems to be true.
So I go, whoa. Hello, good sir. How can I help you?
He's like, oh, I've been in this rain for about 20 minutes, and we need to, I found shelter, but it's still a little dangerous, and I don't have a horse anymore. As you can see, she was shot down. So can you help me with this by any chance?
Well,
Good sir.
we're short 2 horses. We got 2 people on foot, so.
Oh, I could see that.
He's a wagon, you said, right?
Yeah, he's a wagon, but he needs 2 horses to push the horse.
But he only has, he has 1 horse right now?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, we'll
Shall we provide him a horse?
yeah, and because the rest of you guys can get on the cart.
I'll tell you what, sir. I'll lend you my horse if you let me sit on the wagon, and let us follow you, or you follow us over there. Where the caravan is.
Okay, so he agrees. He's like, oh, thank you, kind sir. Might I know your name, please?
I am Bryn Rory of House Rory.
Ah, Mr. Rory, thank you very much. I am Jeth. Pleased to meet you. And he comes to shake your hand, and you notice his eyes are still glowing, and he looks at the party, and he seems to be sort of taking notes. Yeah. Or just observing. And he's like, come here, my wagon's this way.
I'll dismount.
Okay.
And then take my horse over.
You wire the cart up, and he's like, oh, now this is a difficult part here. And you guys are hitching the mount up to his wagon. He's like, we have 2 options. Either we go through this forest, which some people say are cursed, if you believe that or not. Or we can take the wide way around and go along the outskirts of this forest. But with this lightning here, I wouldn't recommend it. So he's like, since half of this is your mount and half of it is mine, there's more of you. I'll let you guys make the best choice here.
Let's go to the forest.
If we go back outside, I'm not getting struck by lightning because of Solo.
Actually, Solo's gonna be right next to you.
Right.
As far away
I'm
from
in the
Solo.
car, TV.
I'll take the cart through the forest. I don't know about you guys.
Okay. So for the interest of time, you guys agree. He's gonna borrow the horse. You mount it up to his cart, and you guys are gonna venture through the darkened woods.
Please join us next time as we journey through the world of Astar.